Hey, check out this week's weekly video fishing forecast. We are doing reports and events around the island, a preview of the open boat. It's a big tournament coming up. Captain Gaige is going to tell us more about that. And we have a preview of the digital edition of the Fisherman magazine that just came out on Monday.
The ultimate fishing authority in the Northeast, the Fisherman magazine.
Just catching. New Explore Series fish finders keep you locked on fish with unbeatable clarity, best-in-class imaging options, and a stunning ultra-bright HD screen. There's more to explore, only with Humminbird.
Today's June 12th, 2025. We're here at Vern in West Babylon. We're here to tell you more about it. Vern is one of the highlighted restaurants in our Dock and Dine section of the magazine. They have live music here Thursday through Sunday, waterside dining, either sit at the table or be served at your boat, happy hour and drink specials. And remember, they are located on Bergen Point Canal in West Babylon. Check these guys out, really cool spot. Hey, so remember we were talking about that poker run a few weeks back in the weekly video fishing forecast. We're here to tell you the results from it. Well, second and third place were fast fishing boats that took those spots. A 27-foot Concept took second place, captained by Max out of Belmore, and third was a 29 CV with the Swan brothers at the helm from East Patchogue taking third. Money was raised to the Blue Island Oyster Foundation. Here's what you can expect in the digital edition for this week of the Fisherman magazine. Starting off, your surf column is called Picking Your Days by Dave Anderson. Offshore column is Bad News on the Bluefin Front by Jim Hutch Jr. Inshore column, Fishing Big Rips in Small Boats by Captain Tom. And then your tackle tip of the week is called Color Shift. And your tackle tip of the week is called Color Shift. That was written by yours truly. Check it out. We got some upcoming events popping up recently. Let's see what they are. Starting off now through June 30th is the Surf Rats Ball surf casting tournament. It's a catch and release striped bass tournament. There's already some fish on the board. You could still get in on this. Then June 21st is the Great Gun Mauritius Anglers Shark Tournament. Then June 22nd is the first annual Bay Rats and Buoys Striped Bass Invitational. Here to tell us more about it is Captain Gaige.
Thanks, guys. We're grateful that the Fisherman magazine has been involved and has sponsored us from the beginning of this event and has helped us along the way. Nothing but gratitude there and appreciate you guys. Love doing my weekly reports for the Fisherman magazine. It's a first-class publication, and we're glad to have them on board for Bay Rats and Buoys' first annual Striped Bass Invitational going down next Sunday, June 22nd. Head on over to stripedbassinvitational.com. That's the best place to register now. There's a form to fill out. Fill out the form. Right below the form, enter your credit card number, and boom, you are in. You are registered. You will get an email from me thanking you for registering and answering any questions that you might have and giving you a heads up on how we're going to handle the captain's meeting. There's no better time to have a striped bass tournament in our area, and we're very excited that that timing did work out for us, and we kind of planned that. Right now, we're planning for the 12 winners in the 4 divisions with first, second, and third. We'll break it down for you in the captain's meeting. We will reach out to you when you register. We'll reach out to you online. We'll reach out to you via a phone call. And this way we have everybody understanding exactly what we're doing, the rules, the regulations, and what you need to do to win this thing. Fisherman Magazine, we really appreciate you guys and jumping on board and helping us in supporting this event. You guys are awesome. Big shout out to Gray's Fish Tag. Through Gray's Fish Tag, we will be tagging the fish at the event, and J&M Seafood for being our grand prize sponsor. M&G Marine, you are the first fish caught sponsor. Greatly appreciate everybody that's gotten involved. You see all the sponsors on the website, in the videos. You guys are awesome. You're the reason we're doing it. We're going to do it every year. It's going to grow. It's going to be a great event. This is the first time we're doing it. We expect there's going to be some learning curves, but we're doing it all with a big smile to go out there and have a great time, catch some fish, win some money, give away some great prizes, and hopefully you want to get involved. So head over to stripedbassinvitational.com. Looking forward to seeing you on Sunday, June 22nd, over at the Lighthouse. Captain Gaige signing out. Over and out.
June 28th through 29th is the Valley Stream Fishing Weekend. Then on June 29th is the All-Pro Fishing Duke of Fluke Tournament and Fair. And there's another event taking place this weekend. It's the Buoy 35 Father's Day Striped Bass Fishing Tournament. Captain's meeting is on Friday. Tournament is on Saturday. Here's some more information on it. So I'm down here at Buoy 35 in Blue Point. They have a great tournament going on this weekend for a great cause, Father's Day weekend. Striped bass catcher and release tournament. A lot of cool stuff included in this tournament. Here, my good friend CB. What's going on, brother? How you doing, man?
Great to see you,
to
man.
tell the
Thank
good
you.
people about what's going on, a little more details so they can get involved as well.
So it's our second annual tournament, striped bass tournament, obviously, for a great cause, which is the most important part, which is autism. We have a great sweatshirt for you guys. Friday night is the captain's meeting, 6 o'clock. Sign up. We'll go over the rules and regulations. Hooks in the water at 6:30 Saturday morning. Weigh in at 3 o'clock. Open bar, food. We have a great band, great celebration. Again, for the best cause we can. We hope to see everybody there. Come down, support if you can.
Guys, I'll be down here as well for Friday and Saturday. Always a great tournament. I love to come out and support myself. CB, hey man, thank you.
Thank you,
Looking
guys.
forward to it,
Appreciate
man.
it.
Yep.
Looking forward to a
See
great
you there.
cause.
For all the details on these events and more information, visit thefisherman.com/events.
At the edge of Long Island, where the ocean meets tradition, Montauk Anglers Club can be your boat's home and your gateway to legendary fishing. Whether you're a pro or just casting your first line, this is where memories are made. Join Montauk Anglers Club, where the catch of the day is just the beginning. Or go to montaukanglersclub.com for more information.
The Fisherman's Jenie Ackerman has an update on her Super Fluker Challenge.
Hey guys, welcome to this week's Open Boat, and we're on part 2 of the Super Flukers Challenge. And a couple weeks ago, remember, I asked you guys to catch a fish on a bucktail. We're still keeping that task at hand all the way through the end of fluke season. But for the second part, now you can send me your pictures of fluke caught on a teaser. And it doesn't have to be a fancy teaser, like the bucktail teaser rig. I'm gonna give you a bunch of cheat codes right now for if you're fishing off the boat or off the surf. So on my rod right now, I literally just have a dropper loop with a 4.0 bait holder hook. That's my teaser. You can see down here at the bottom, I have my bucktail, and then up here, I have my teaser. But you don't have to just do a naked teaser hook. You could do something like this. This is the Tsunami Hollow Teaser, and it's a skirt, and you slide it up, and there's that same bait holder hook. Now, if you're fishing off the surf, I like to use a 3 or 4.0, but if you're fishing off of a boat, that's when I do like a 5 and 6. 5 if I'm in the back bays, but once the ocean bite starts heating up, I only use 6 because I'm looking for big fish. So here's that teaser, and then the bucktail is a little ways down here. You can also, if you're fluking off of the surf, get rid of the bucktail on the bottom and tie on a light sinker, like a bank or a coin sinker. The options are endless, and you can even tie on a hand-tied bucktail teaser. So you could do like one with the bucktail hair. They have like the sand eel ones, but some of the like Nantucket candies work great too. Literally for fluke, anything that has a hook and that has a bait on the end of it, it'll catch. So you guys know the drill. We got the bucktail last week. Now catch your fluke on a teaser and send it to me, and stay tuned for more of the Super Fluker Challenge to come. And I will see you guys on next week's Open Boat.
Let's get the latest on the Dreamboat and Coastal Kayak Clash.
Now it's time for the Dreamboat update. We have Thomas Luciano, Long Island subscriber from West Sayville, New York, entering 2 fish this week. A sea robin weighing in at 2.76 pounds and a weak fish coming in at 7.98 pounds. These were weighed in at Chasing Tails and putting Thomas first in the weak fish category and 5th in the sea robin class. Next is Fernando Gaige, from Seymour, Connecticut, with his second entry of the contest, weighing in his 8th place sea robin at D's Bait and Tackle at 2.18 pounds. Then we have Jeffrey Harrison, a digital subscriber, taking third with a weak fish of 6.05 pounds, weighed in at We Go Bait and Tackle. Another weigh-in at We Go Bait and Tackle is Garrett Krause, Long Island subscriber from Jamesport, New York, taking fourth in the weak fish category at 6 pounds. Taking sixth place in the weak fish category at 5.18 pounds is Long Island subscriber Frank Pittori of Syosset, New York, weighed in at J&J Sports. From Brooklyn, New York is Long Island subscriber Rashawn Williams, weighing in his 13.06 pound fluke at East Coast Fishing, taking top shot in the fluke category. The leaderboard stands at Thomas Luciano with 21 points, Rashawn Williams at 10 points, and Sean Brownyard holding in there at 9 points. Are you the best angler in the Northeast? Well, now is your chance to prove it. The Fisherman's Dreamboat Contest is back. Win this Steigercraft center console powered by Yamaha, along with these other great prizes. Fish hard and weigh in as many of these species to be top on the leaderboard. What's the catch? You must be a subscriber to the Fisherman magazine. All it takes is one fish on the board to win a great prize. So however you fish, you have a shot. For all the details and official rules, visit thefisherman.com.
We had 3 fish hit the board this week in the Coastal Kayak Clash, and that resulted in quite a shakeup at the top of the tournament. David Dew continued his relentless barrage of qualifying fish with a 21.5-inch sea bass, which now leads the category. Tom Hood took third in the bluefish category with his 29.25-inch chopper. Todd Trions kept the heat on as well, upgrading his third-place striped bass to 41 inches. The top of the leaderboard now looks like this. We have Eddie Roman in third place with 4 points. We have Tom Hood in second place, also with 4 points, and David Dew now sits at the top with 6 total points.
Hey kayakers, the Fisherman's Coastal Kayak Clash contest is back. Win this fully outfitted Hobie Mirage Lynx kayak from Yak Attack, along with other great prizes. Catch and release as many of these species to be top on the leaderboard. To enter, you must be a subscriber to the Fisherman magazine, fish from a kayak, and document your catch. Many chances to win great prizes, so get out there on the water now and fish hard. To be part of the action, you must be a subscriber and register at thefisherman.com.
And please be sure to fill out all your forms thoroughly and correctly to be eligible for either Dreamboat or Coastal Kayak Clash for a submission. But let's get right into our Around the Map, sponsored by Marine Mate of Lindenhurst. Starting off on the west end of the island, that's the western South Shore. Thomas Hippner hit the open beach with diamond jigs, green ones that is. Around 6:45 p.m. in the evening, he had some nice stripers. He was about to give up, but he stuck it out for 10 more minutes and had this nice fish. Then Tony Palumbo, he was up in the Hudson River area. He told me the stripers are still chewing up there. They're coming down. Moving off on the central South Shore, Joe, captain of the Lana Ann from West Babylon, caught a nice 7-pound fluke on a glow ball jig with pink shine gulp right in the West Channel, followed by numerous releases of undersized fish. That's when he got this one right afterwards. Then Gina, she was fishing on the jib out of Captree, had this 26-inch, just under 7-pound fluke. She was using a high-low rig with pink shine gulp. Seems like the pink shine has been working this week. Just that by itself, no other bait. Then Brian, he's also sent me in a picture of a 5.7-pound fluke caught in the Fire Island area. He's caught it from his kayak and he weighed the fish in at Causeway Baits and Tackle. Moving on to the eastern end of the island, Rick Weeks of Manorville caught and released this nice striped bass while jigging aboard Trophy Hunter Montauk charters. Also, the captain of the charters, Mike Larson, he caught this 45-inch striped bass while bucktailing on the south side for fluke. Nice surprise while fluke fishing. Greg, he was camping with his family this past week at the Hither Hills area in Montauk. He said he had a bunch of striped bass and bluefish all landed on clam. Nice job, Greg. Moving over to the north shore of the island, Dominic Pisani, he was striped bass fishing on his kayak at Execution Rocks in the Long Island Sound on Friday. He said the bass were biting on live bunker. Shows off this nice fish right here for his efforts. Then along the central South Shore, Sam Warm, he caught this nice striped bass on a paddle tail. You can check him out at LI Salt Fishing on Instagram. And if you do have a notable catch, email me at mbroderick@thefisherman.com. I will try and get it into the weekly video fishing forecast or the magazine.
For more than 20 years, anglers everywhere have come to know one thing, that nothing says no to fish bites.
Our meteorologist, Rich von Ohlen, he has a weather and fishing report brought to you by Premium Bucktails. Rich.
Hey, thanks, Matt. We'll check that weekend forecast. You can always check your favorite apps, weather tools, weather sites, whatever you got. This is a general heads-up, general overview on the upcoming weekend. So the past week, last weekend, it was kind of cloudy. The water was dirty out in the ocean. We were looking for some bass and some fluke, and we found some brown, nasty water out there. There was some bunker around. We had some bunker schools. Very small bunker, too, like 6-7-inch bunker, tough to snag, but no bass on them. It looked pretty good, but nothing too much. Also picked up a starfish, of all things, kind of, drifting around some of the wrecks and reefs there. But, not much in the way of big fish, nothing big. So I switched things up and actually did some freshwater fishing close to home in a local pond here and caught one of my first carp in a long time. I've been seeing a lot of these in some of the local ponds, so that was fun a little bit. Kind of mixed it up, tried to have some fun. As again, the ocean, southwest Nassau County, still hearing of some fluke there. It's a decent pick in some spots, some good fish, but still a little bit slow. Some bluefish showed up too. Water temps mostly in the 60s right now. Again, the ocean just hasn't been too terrific. Friday's weather's okay. The wind not too bad, a little cloudy, but looks fishable. Saturday, it's going to be cloudy. I don't think the wind is too bad, kind of like last weekend. Sunday, same thing, maybe a little less wind, but temperatures will be only in the 60s over the weekend. It's going to be cool. We don't see a ton of rain. 1 to 2s, 2 to 4s. I mean, just about everywhere is fishable. It's just not going to be very warm or summery, as temperatures will be in the 60s to some lower 70s. So the jacket, the sweatshirt, maybe some gear there. I don't think a ton of rain this time. I think it's just going to be kind of spritzy out there. You can see on the Wind Guru, one of my go-to apps. The wind's not bad, east-southeast on Friday. A little foggy, though. A little drizzly, perhaps, into Saturday, Sunday. Same deal, not a ton of wind, but some drizzle, some fog. Just watch for that. Again, I think the weekend's fishable, bays and ocean. Just a little bit cloudy and, kind of dreary, but I don't see a ton of rain with that. So I think we'll give it checks here for Friday, Saturday. A little caution on Sunday, maybe a little more of an easterly breeze. Some of the models going back and forth with that. You can check my forecast anytime at Weather Express, Long Island. Check it out on Facebook and YouTube. So right now the weekend does look fishable. It looks okay. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Have a great weekend. Enjoy and catch them up. Matt, back to you.
From Sag Harbor, Will and Andy.
Thanks, Matt. Report this week out of Sag Harbor. Guys, bottom fishing is still going strong. We're having some good porgies, good weak fish action in the bay close to us near Sag Harbor, all the way through Jessup's Neck, Robbins Island, Noyak around Shelter Island. Fluke fishing is starting to get better and better, which is always exciting. In addition, we have some good striped bass action all the way locally by us and then out east towards Montauk, so that's always exciting. Obviously, tons of bluefish, all different sizes, cocktails, gators, topwater, diamond jigs, kind of you name it. That's always a kind of a big thing too. And hopefully the season just continues to get better and better, guys. Thanks, Matt. Now back to you.
From Shinnecock, let's check in with Mike Dean.
Thanks, Matt. Hey, everyone. Some tough bass fishing going on in between Shinnecock and Moriches. Last week, we had a ton of bait and really no bass on them. You'd see a couple of marks, but no real fish being caught. And much of the same, the weather windows that showed up in this past week when people got out, saw some bait, really didn't get into too many bass. There are some bass that are in the inlets or in the back bays at night, and you can get on those with mag darters, regular darters, working the inlets with bucktails. If it's during the day and you're able to get live spot, that's like, you're really upping your odds there. So hopefully, the body of fish will be coming our way. We're just coming off this full moon. So, I think we still have some fishing for bass to still be coming at us. Back in the bays, nice fluke bite going on both by boat and by shore. Good number of keepers coming up. So if you haven't tried that, get on it, because those fish will be moving soon enough out to the ocean and be tougher to get, and some bluefish around as well. Last week was the Manhattan Cup, an amazing day as always. Fishing was a little rough for most of the boats that went south to like Shrewsbury Rocks and worked their way back north through the New York Bight like we did on Rockfish Charters. We only got one fish. It was a 40-inch bass caught by Keith Overlander, and that was a Breezy Point jetty. And the same general vicinity, Bill Chaser Charters, got that one fish that counted. 50-inch striped bass caught by Dick Catchow, longtime supporter of the Cup, great guy, very generous, very nice guy, and it was just awesome to see him win that. But more importantly, the Chris Raguso Award went to Joanna Sessions, and this was her first time fishing, which is amazing. Iraqi vet, has had some serious issues since coming home, and The day changed her. It's exactly what we did. And I know it wasn't just her that changed, but this was some day for her. Chris Raguso and 4 members from the 106 Rescue Wing were killed in 2018 when their Black Hawk went down while in Syria protecting us and defending our freedom. What's pretty wild is that even though the rest of the video didn't come out, as they started filming it at C-130 from the 106 Rescue Wing at Gabretsky Air National Guard Base close by in West Hampton, flew over. So I don't know, very weird timing. So there were a lot of people that really made this day happen, and I'm so incredibly grateful. The fishermen, the support that they've given us. Jim Hutchison and Jenny are going to have a really nice wrap-up video coming probably in the next week or so, so you can check that out. Ray Marine, Yamaha, and just a whole bunch of people. The generosity and believing in what we do and that we can change veterans' lives is really a privilege to be part of, and it's an incredible thing to see. So if you weren't there this year, I hope you can join us next year. All right, well, hopefully you get into some fish this weekend. Let us know, leave a comment below, reach out on social media, and back to you, Matt.
From Northport, the Cow Harbor Bait and Tackle Report.
This weekend, we're looking at like some tricky weather, but you know, it seems like the entire week has been rainy, if not the entire spring, you know, but these weather windows are the ultimate time to get out and do fishing. Off the beach right now, your striped bass fishing kind of slowed down in some areas, but we've got bluefish that are in, and the bluefish can range anywhere like to maybe 2 pounds, 3 pounds range. And then all of a sudden, you know, you get another whole batch that could be in the 12 to 14 pound range. The bunker around, they're spotty, if not the best way to describe it. You can't really go out and snag them and everything like that. It's pretty tricky on them. The beaches still have a whole load of sand eels, but we had this big blow from the east, and it looks like it's going to kick up again over the weekend. So that's changing up the action along the beaches. You know, when we get all those sand really stirs up, the sand eels tend to go a little deeper. So if you're going to go for fluke, I would concentrate right now maybe the 20 to 30 foot range. And then as everything seems to settle back again, we have this moon phase, and the wind can subside a little bit. We get a nice south wind. You'll look at those beaches will clear up again. The sand eels should come back to the beaches. As far as other baits, we have seen no sign of peanut bunker at all, but the bunker have been spawning. So I would imagine over the next month, we're going to start to see like 1 inch bunker showing up, like those little tiny peanuts. And that usually brings the larger fish back into the bay. Temperatures are holding really nice in the Sound. We're only at about maybe 62 degrees because the weather keeps cooling the water down, or at least slowing the water down. We've got a large mass of fish to the west of us, and those are going to make their way right down to the east. So I would imagine after this moon phase that we have, we're probably going to see fish stage up again. The weak fish are on the outside. The weak fish were in the bay, but this moon, it looks like they've moved to the outside. And in some areas, if you're lucky enough, you're going to find that the weak fish are packed in really tight. Bluefish are out in the shipping channels, and there's just a whole lot of bass around. It's very strange. On a couple of these tides we've had, we're not seeing a fast-moving current. It's that fast-moving current that brings in the bass, and so I'm looking for that to happen. Look for the tidal coefficient when it really kicks up. It keeps these bait fish suspended, and that's on the change of the tide when you're going to see these striped bass and bluefish move in and really slam the bait. Just a side note, a lot of people call us and Instagram us with messages on rod building or repairs. Excuse me. There's no appointment necessary. You know, we're a brick and mortar shop. We're open 7 days a week. So at any time that you have a question about custom rod or repairs, just come in. We can take care of you. It's no big deal. Other than that, stops are trying to keep busy. This is a tough year, you know, with all this weather. But as soon as it's sunny out, everybody makes a break to go fishing. So that's really nice to see. Until next week, I bid you all peace and tight lines.
From Jones Beach Bait and Tackle and Captree Bait, Tackle, and Fuel, Brendan Rutigliano.
Thanks, Matt. I gotta tell you, another hot week at Fire Island Inlet. multiple reports of pier and inlet bluefish blitches, which is great to see since last year was like non-existent. Here's David with a respectable 7.5 pound pier bluefish, which is awesome to see. Fluke is also doing great with Fluke up to 6 pounds. Here's one of our pro staff, Max, with a nice 4 pounder off the pier. Many of the boats are sticking inshore, favoring the state channel to catch nice sized keepers. This is the time of the year that you really need to pick through the Fluke to catch and keep a nice sized keeper. Weak fish have also been a great trophy these past few weeks. Here's Richie with a weak fish and his buddy TJ with a small blue that they caught off the pier together. It's so nice to see how lively the bay and inlet has been. Stop by to check out our weak fish jig selection at the shop. Saturday during the mist, we got a crazy nice thresher shark that hit our pelagic scale. Captain Tom on the Marauder caught a 392 pound shark that was also a great test for our new pulley system. Thanks to everybody for bringing in their fish to take pictures for the reports. We really love it. The Captree fleet is still hitting the inlet and channel hard, especially with the wind we've had over the past week. Here's Gina aboard the jib with her 6 pounder, and we got a late addition Steve Petrie and his son aboard the Whitaker fishing boat. As for Jones Beach Field 10, most of our customers are sticking to bluefish while catching a bunch of skates and dogfish. If you're not taking stuff home, dogfish and skates can definitely keep your rod bent throughout the day. Check out this video of one of our shop customers pulling in a nice blue off the pier. Oh, and I almost forgot. This should go down in the record books. This is 96-year-old Pasquale with his bluefish that he reeled in himself. And last but not least, Axel's first bluefish with his buddy Daniel, who helped him land it on the pier. Back to you.
And for those of you who don't know, Brendan Rutigliano also is in charge of the Long Island High School Fishing League, sponsored by Long Island Rod Company. We're going to go over the leaderboard right now. A total of 6 teams, 337 students total participating. Top team right now is Island Trees with 233 points, followed up by Ward Melville with 185 points. Islip High has 137. Babylon with 77. Belmore JFK with 76. And Santa Mauritius with 0. With our fly and freshwater report, we have Paul McCain from River Bay Outfitters.
Hello, Matt. Well, another week, a lot of rain, high water upstate, but there was plenty of fishing. Talking to a lot of people, I was up there Monday and Tuesday last week. The Fly Rodders was up there, and the TU chapters. Long Island TU chapter was also there this weekend, and the Art Flick chapter was up on the Delaware. The story is it was high water. The guys that really did well, they rented a guide. They took a guide and they floated the Delaware. As far as the beaver kill goes, there was fish to be had. Water was high, but it's funny. It's high for this time of year, but it's not high. It's a good flow actually. And the bug life was coming off when I was there. I saw some green drakes. They're probably over by now. I did see some March browns. So that's and caddis, all right? Beth, who comes in and ties flies all winter long, sent me a photograph. She was up there fishing on the beaver kill and did absolutely fabulous. Had some really nice browns, and she sent me a nice photograph. This photograph right here. She's interesting. She's brand new to fly fishing, yet she does it. Threw herself into it. As far as Rich and Anne-Marie with the Art Flick chapter, they took a guided boat and they had fish. That's definitely the best way to fish the Delaware, especially when the water's high. And it is pretty high. A little too dangerous to actually wade it. Very few places can get into. That's why I personally have one of these Outcast Strikers and the Outcast Stealth Pro, so I can go there anytime and float. And I don't, the initial fee is paid for, and I don't have to worry about a guide's fee again. It's great. I love doing that. And I'll be up on the Delaware in about a month fishing up there. As far as everything else, saltwater, I'm hearing fish around, but this is the prime time to do sight fishing. And Jake, who was out with Captain McMurray fishing the flats out in the Robert Moses area. Beautiful fish. And he says it was the most exciting fishing that he's ever done. Not easy, but that's where a good guide comes into effect. So I'm hearing from Dave Flanagan. He's also doing the sight fishing on the North Shore, South Shore. Get yourself a guide. Get out there and enjoy it. It's an incredible fishery. It's a lot of fun. I'm out here doing a little fishing. I have an hour before I have to go somewhere, so I figured I'd give it a shot. Fishing this flat. I've never fished before. A little weedy, but it's nice to get out and cast and stretch those muscles. So until next week, tie lines, everybody.
From Huntington, Captain Gaige.
Thanks, Matt. What's up, everybody? Captain Gaige here reporting to you from Huntington Harbor, where I fish 7 days a week for SandCityCharter.com. Check out the website, guys. Friday, I got my 12-year-old son out there with me. He trolled around, got himself on a beautiful slot fish, which you guys know is like a trophy fish these days because everything is over. These fish are tremendous. They're feeding like I've never seen before. It's absolutely incredible. Saturday morning, we got out there with Joe, his brother, Joe's daughter, Megan, and one of their guests, and we were using flutter spoons, and they were catching 37 and 36-inch bass. But nothing in comparison to Saturday afternoon when we had Joe and Doug on the boat, and it was the rain blitz of 2025. Guys, this was complete pandemonium out there. It was insane. 24 and 30-pound bass are jumping out of the water all around our boat, on every side of our boat. It didn't matter where you looked. In fact, shout out to Matt and Joe from Mount Sinai. They were on the boat next to us. They were the only ones out there. Guys, we're getting rained on. This is why they make foul weather gear. We were soaked, but you see the smiles on our faces. We were laughing so hard, having a great time reeling in these fish on topwater action. If you want to get out there, head over to SandCityCharter.com. We are available to get you out the next day. If we can, we will schedule it for you. Hit us up. Reach out. We'll be happy to put you on some trophy bass. Don't forget to sign up for StripedBassInvitational.com. The tournament is going down next Sunday, June 22nd, with a shotgun start right here at the Huntington Lighthouse. All you got to do is go register your boat at StripedBassInvitational.com. Looking forward to seeing you guys there. Wishing everybody bent rods, tight lines, and I'll see you out on the water. Back to you, Matt.
Let's check on in with Chris Landry.
Thanks, Matt. Bluefish and bass are still to be had in the back of the bay, although the fat lady is singing. The striped bass run is winding down, but there are still some big ones to be caught. Rob Herman and Hunter got on this 44-inch bass right outside of Breezy Point. Weren't marking any fish, just a stray cow, which happens quite a bit right about now. It's quality over quantity, so get them while you can. Also, usually in the summer, they stage up right here in New York Harbor. Good way to get striped bass, and what's better than catching striped bass by the Statue of Liberty? We will be doing some runs to the New York Harbor this summer. Also, we'll be doing bluefin runs, some exploratory runs very soon. And if you can, email this guy at Noah. Let him know what you think of the new bluefin regulations. They're pretty outrageous. Hopefully we can change it in the next couple weeks. Please email Noah, this guy right here, and let them know that we should change the bluefin regulations. Until then, we will be going out for the remainder of the striped bass, bluefish, bluefin, and when weather permits, we'll be going to the canyons for yellowfin. So hit me up at Rocksteady Charters. We'd love to take you out. Let's get on these fish. Stay safe, stay tight. Thank you, and back to you, Matt.
From the Western Sound, we have Nuno Decosta from Tyalurs Tackle up in Rye.
Hey guys, thanks for having us. Another great week of bass fishing here in the Western Long Island Sound. While we had some very nice weather last week, the weekend proved to be something else, with rain on Saturday and wind on Sunday, followed by the beginning of the week with rain. Looks like we have some good days clearing up and stuff. You have to take advantage of those weather windows. Keep saying it. The bass fishing is on peak right now. every which way produced last week, from top water to flutter spoons to bait to live bait, mojo trolling, umbrella trolling, you name it, they caught on it. More bluefish in the water also. Every day more shads get chopped up. Guys are targeting them, catching them pretty well at night on the chunk. The fluke fishing has rebounded a little bit, has improved, I should say, as we're getting a few keepers in the mix now. Still a lot of shorts. Way more action if you head up to the east, like off Huntington and those areas, producing a lot of action. I mean, we've had guys claim 30, 40 fish, but no keepers sometimes in that mix. Porgy fishing is like a little bit of a lull here, especially here on the western end. It usually happens every year around this time, and then we get an uptick in mid to late June, so just stay tuned for that. Guys are still who are targeting porgies are catching a few blackfish out there. The season is closed. Offshore, things are popping to the south. We're looking at some water way to the east. Maybe some big eyes and yellowfin, as the bluefin retention is going to be a little tough. You guys got to make those phone calls. Contact Noah. Air your grievance for more quota, guys. That's really what our angle is here. More quota. We don't get enough of it. Anyway, guys, tight lines. Catch them up.
Raul Ortiz, the urban angler, has a report from around the city.
Hey guys, Raul Ortiz here, the urban angler, with my report. Well, you guys already know fishing is hot here in New York. You can catch striped bass anywhere in the 5 boroughs, Long Island Sound, Hudson River, and along the South Shore beaches of Long Island. You can catch anything from schoolie size to about 25 to 30 pounds. There's still a lot of bluefish around. I did go out over the weekend, multiple outings, very successful outings with striped bass and bluefish. Maybe my biggest striped bass around 36 inches and my biggest bluefish around 10 to 12 pounds. The Joe Bag Swatter, guys, has been very successful this week, not just for me, but for many others as well, in a variety of colors. So if you don't have any Joe Bag Swatters, guys, I recommend getting some. Anyway, Super Strike plugs are also working. A variety of plastics, but I really try to not use the plastics since the bluefish are still around. But besides that, fishing was very, very good this week. I did hear of a few 25 to 30 pounders being caught. You might not see that on social media, but the fish are still around, guys. Anyway, you might have to go further east to find these fish, guys. Remember, they're moving from west to east. So the further the east you go, the better the fishing. Anyway, besides that, guys, that's all I got. And I want to give a shout out to the boys who share some photos with me and their reports. My buddy Chris, Scott, Brandon, and Steven, thank you for your pictures. Keep up the hard work, guys. And everybody else, get out there, guys. It's time to be out on the water. The clock is ticking and things are definitely trickling down. Anyway, tight lines, and back to you, Matt.
From the West End, Ryan Charleston.
Thanks, Matt. Hey guys, Ryan here with your Western Long Island Surf Fishing Report. Bass fishing started off slow over the weekend, but has been picking up as we got closer to yesterday's full moon. I struck out on the night tides this week, but I have been seeing a lot of people catching on the day tides, especially in the early mornings. Fluke fishing is beginning to heat up along the open surf, while the piers and bridges in the back bays remain red hot. The bluefish are still stacked up. They're hitting diamond jigs and poppers all over the place in the inlets and the bays. Apart from all that, guys, the grind's officially on. The spring run is winding down, and I'm hoping that we're going to have some migrating fish passing through our waters through that first week of July. And then after that, I'm hoping that we're going to have a nice body of resident fish for this summer. Best of luck to everybody out there this week, guys. Tight lines, and I will catch you next week. Back to you, Matt.
The Fisherman magazine has launched their apparel store. We have hats, sweatshirts, hoodies, t-shirts, all online now and free shipping with orders over $100. It is the perfect gift for the angler in your life or for dad on Father's Day. Visit thefisherman.com/shop or click on the card in the upper right. Well, there you have it, folks. That is your weekly video fishing forecast for the week. And we are at the Vern in West Babylon. We're on Bergen Creek here. Awesome place to come and tie your boat up. They give you boat side service or come down to the bar. They have great happy hour specials, all that good stuff. Check them out. Really cool spot. But hey, as an additional reminder, I want to wish all the fathers out there a happy Father's Day this upcoming weekend. Get Dad out there, do some fishing, and we'll see you next week.